Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to the anime review. Today we're looking at Fate Apocrypha episode 23, which should be the second to last episode because I think episode 24 is the final episode for next week. Now, I will say that I was worried nothing could top last week's episode. I mean, honestly, the amount of animation, everything about it, the fight was just so stellar that I almost wondered no, nothing could come close. I will say though, at least this week's episode, using just the regular animation of the show so far, still did a very good job of keeping me entertained, and actually was pretty solid nonetheless. So we see some interesting things happen. Namely, one of the sadder moments is Mordred dying to the caster. But I mean, it's kind of just something that you probably saw coming, for the fact that it was kind of a foreboding thing in the beginning, and I even remember saying that out loud, because you see her and her master walking side by side, giving a fist bump for almost like their final battle. But the way it was, it just felt foreboding. And they shared this nice moment because the guy had actually sacrificed a lot to go even help her in the poisonous room. But they shared this moment where they were smoking cigarettes. It reminded me of Black Lagoon, and she smoked a cigarette for the first time. She's like, "Oh my God, what is this?" But he at that point was already dying, and then he just perished. And you could see her remembering the last moments of what she thought maybe her father went through, which was interesting. But at least they destroyed the core of the place, so most likely the floating gardens will probably cease to be eventually. Meanwhile, we then had Ruler go and engage, which I've then realized now is Shakespeare. And the thing about Shakespeare, the whole thing was very interesting, where she gets kind of teleported back into her past, but it was altered to kind of hurt her, because you'd see Sieg, for example, being put on the fire pyre and actually being sacrificed, and she was watching in disbelief that he was getting sacrificed, not herself. And Ruler being kind of, I want to say, John. What was interesting is we had a familiar face, if you've seen Fate Zero, appear in the form of Giles. Now Giles, Giles is someone that per se did show up in Fate Zero, but he looked a lot different. If you guys remember, he was actually a caster in that. And you can see at one moment they showed some homage to that, where his eyes did that bulging thing, where that was exactly how it was in Fate Zero. And I'm like, oh shit, it's that. And it made me realize, I'm like, wait a second, yeah, because I did realize that was Giles. I'm like, oh, that it definitely is him. But I'm like, I forgot all about that sequence. So I thought that was kind of cool. He's looking for Joan d'Arc, so Ruler is supposed to be basically the Saint John herself. So that was kind of interesting. I liked it. And you see even Sim seeing her still being messed with, seeing Sieg's head falling on the ground, and she's panicking because she feels like she can't love anyone. That's the whole thing with her backstory, and it's not the accurate way of doing her backstory, but in real history, she was of course a saint. But the nitty gritty was that she basically gave up a lot of things just to make sure that she fought for God, essentially. And so she didn't fall in love with anyone. She didn't really have kids per se, from what lore tells us of John. But the thing is that it's very similar to that. So so you see her loving clearly Sieg. She does love and care for him, but she feels inside of her she can't do that. She can't love anyone. And you see that, I think her inner soul, or even a friend at the time, was telling her, no, she's trying to speak out to her, saying, no, that's not true. You could love him. And I thought that was cute, because I ship super hardcore. I kid you not, guys. Ruler and Sieg. I want those two to get together somehow. I really do. I doubt it will happen, but I still want it. Damn it. I hope it happens. But we'll see what happens, because I mean, if they win the wish, what are they going to wish for, right? Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm done with my reviews today. I'm done with a lot of things today. I'm just going to go relax. I have to go for a run. I need a break. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great, blessed day, everyone. God bless you all. Bye-bye, everyone.